Oh my goodness. If you've been feeling this person's energy so strongly, even though they've gone completely silent on you, you need to hear this message right now. Wow. Spirit is showing me something so powerful about what's really happening behind the scenes with this connection. Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Blue, and welcome back to Twin Soul Collective Guidance. I am so grateful that you're here with me today. If you were drawn to this reading, it's because Spirit has a very specific message for you about this person who seems to have disappeared, but somehow you just can't shake their energy. Okay, so before we dive into what the cards are revealing, I need you to remember that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates with you in your unique situation. Leave the rest behind. Now, let me tell you, the energy coming through today is absolutely incredible. If you've been confused about why this person went silent, but you're still dreaming about them, still seeing signs, still feeling them in your heart space, Spirit is about to explain exactly what's going on. This reading is for those of you who had something absolutely beautiful with someone, maybe an amazing date, maybe a perfect moment together, and then suddenly they pulled back. They got quiet. They went cold. And you've been left standing there wondering what happened. Let's see what the cards want to reveal about this connection today. Okay, so let's dive right into the energy here because, wow, the first card that came out for this reading is the Two of Cups. Now, this is so significant because the Two of Cups is literally the card of deep connection, of partnership, of two souls recognizing each other. Oh my goodness, this is telling me that what you experienced with this person was real. It wasn't in your head, it wasn't one-sided. There was a genuine moment of union, a moment where both of you felt that spark, that recognition, that pull towards each other. Spirit is confirming that whatever you shared, whether it was a conversation, a date, an intimate moment, it was significant for both of you. This person felt it too. They absolutely felt it too. And this is why you're so confused right now, isn't it? Because you know what you felt, you know what you experienced together. The Two of Cups doesn't lie. This card is showing me that there were genuine feelings exchanged, real energy flowing between the two of you. I'm seeing like this beautiful moment frozen in time where everything just clicked. Maybe it was the way they looked at you. Maybe it was the conversation that flowed so effortlessly. Maybe it was physical chemistry that was just undeniable. Whatever it was, the Two of Cups is saying that this connection touched both of your hearts. So when they suddenly went silent after something so beautiful, of course you're left reeling. Of course you're confused, because your soul recognized theirs and their soul recognized yours. But here's where it gets interesting, okay? The next card that's coming through is the Eight of Swords, and oh wow, this is giving me chills right now. The Eight of Swords is the card of feeling trapped, feeling restricted, feeling like you can't move forward even though technically nothing is actually holding you back. This is your person's energy right now. They are bound by their own thoughts, by their own fears, by their own mental prison. I'm hearing the word self-sabotage so strongly. This person is literally sabotaging something beautiful because of what's going on in their mind. Let me explain this further because this is so important for you to understand. The Eight of Swords shows a figure who is blindfolded and surrounded by swords, but if they just took the blindfold off, they would see that there's a clear path forward. They would see that they can walk away from those swords, but they're choosing to stay stuck. They're choosing to remain in that fearful state. And this is exactly what your person is doing. They experienced something real with you, something that probably scared the hell out of them, and instead of leaning into it, instead of being brave, they retreated. They went silent. They put up walls, not because they don't care, but because they care so much that it terrifies them. Oh my goodness, I'm also getting that some of you, this person has commitment issues, like deep-rooted commitment issues. The Eight of Swords is showing me that they have stories in their head about relationships, about vulnerability, about what happens when you let someone in. Maybe they've been hurt before. Maybe they've seen relationships fall apart around them. Maybe they have this narrative that love always ends in pain. And so when they felt that Two of Cups energy with you, when they felt themselves falling, their ego immediately kicked in with all these defense mechanisms. The blindfold went on, the mental prison locked into place, and they convinced themselves that going silent was safer than staying present. But here's what Spirit wants you to know, and this is crucial. Just because they went silent doesn't mean they let go. And that brings us to the third card, which is the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is the most emotionally intuitive card in the entire tarot deck. This is the card of psychic connection, of emotional depth, of feeling things on a soul level. And Spirit is showing me that this is the energy that exists between you and this person. You are connected through the emotional realm, through the psychic realm, through the realm of feelings and energy. This is why you can't shake them. This is why you're still dreaming about them. This is why you keep seeing signs and synchronicities. This is why you feel them in your heart space, even though they're not physically present in your life right now. The Queen of Cups represents those energetic cords that bind you together. You know how sometimes you just think about someone and then they text you, or you dream about someone and the next day something reminds you of them? That's the Queen of Cups energy. That's the invisible thread that connects two souls, and you and this person have that connection in abundance. I'm hearing the word telepathy so clearly right now. Some of you are literally picking up on this person's thoughts and feelings. You might suddenly feel emotional for no reason, and it's actually their emotions you're feeling. You might get this strong urge to reach out to them at the exact moment they're thinking about you. The Queen of Cups is confirming that this psychic bond is real and it's active. It's working both ways. They're feeling you just as much as you're feeling them. They're thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about them. They haven't let go energetically, even though they've let go physically or communicationally. And this is what's so confusing for you, right? Because logically, their silence should mean they've moved on. Their distance should mean they don't care. But your intuition, your Queen of Cups energy is telling you something completely different. Your intuition is saying, no, they're still connected to me. I can still feel them. Something is still alive here. And you're right. Trust that intuition. Trust what you're feeling, because the Queen of Cups doesn't give false signals. This person is absolutely still energetically invested in this connection, even if their actions suggest otherwise. Now let me pull the fourth card, because we need to understand what's really going on with this person right now. Oh, wow. Okay, we have the King of Swords reversed. This is so telling. The King of Swords upright is someone who is clear, communicative, logical, direct, but reversed, this is someone who is cold, detached, possibly manipulative, or at the very least withholding. This is someone who is using their intellect as a weapon or as a shield. They're being strategic about their silence. They're being calculated about their distance. The King of Swords reversed is showing me that this person is in their head way too much. They're overthinking everything. They're analyzing every possible outcome. They're trying to logic their way through feelings, which never works, by the way. Feelings aren't meant to be understood through logic. Feelings are meant to be felt. But this person, oh my goodness, they're trying so hard to control the situation by controlling their communication. They think that by going silent, they're protecting themselves. They think that by being cold, they're maintaining power. They think that by withholding their true feelings, they're staying safe. But here's what the King of Swords reversed is also telling me. This person has things they want to say to you. They have so many words locked up inside them. I'm seeing like this image of someone typing out a message and then deleting it, typing it again and deleting it again. They're composing conversations with you in their mind. They're rehearsing what they would say if they were brave enough to reach out. The communication is there, it's just being blocked. It's being filtered through fear and ego and all these mental gymnastics they're doing. Some of you might have noticed that this person is watching your social media. Oh, yes, the King of Swords reversed can be quite sneaky. They want to know what you're doing, who you're with, how you're feeling, but they don't want you to know that they're checking, they're gathering information, they're staying updated on your life. They're lurking in the shadows, basically. And this is because even though they've gone silent with you directly, they haven't actually detached from you. They're still very much paying attention. They're still very much invested in knowing about you. I'm also getting that for some of you, this person is dealing with external pressures or obligations that are influencing their behavior. The King of Swords reversed can indicate someone who is being forced to make decisions based on what they think they should do rather than what they want to do. Maybe there are family expectations. Maybe there are career considerations. Maybe there's another situation they're trying to untangle themselves from. Maybe they're in a place in their life where they don't feel ready for what you're offering. Whatever it is, they're letting external circumstances dictate their choices instead of following their heart, instead of honoring that Two of Cups connection you shared. Now let's look at the fifth and final card, and oh my goodness, this one is powerful. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Do you know what this means? The Ace of Cups is the card of new emotional beginnings, of love being offered, of the heart opening up, of emotional opportunity. This is Spirit's way of saying that this story isn't over. This connection has more chapters to unfold. There is still potential here. There is still something waiting to bloom. The Ace of Cups is showing me that despite the silence, despite the distance, despite the Eight of Swords fear and the King of Swords reverse coldness, there is still love in this situation. There is still an emotional offering that wants to be made, and I'm strongly feeling that this is coming from your person. They're going to come back around. They're going to reach out. They're going to extend that cup to you again. Because what they felt with you, that Two of Cups moment, it marked that it changed something in them, and you can't unfeel something that deep. You can't unknow a connection that real. The Ace of Cups is a card of courage in the emotional realm. It takes bravery to offer your heart to someone. It takes vulnerability to say, I have feelings for you. I want to explore this. I'm willing to risk getting hurt. And I'm seeing that your person is on a journey toward that bravery right now. They're not there yet. They're still in the Eight of Swords energy, still trapped in their fears. They're still in the King of Swords reversed energy, still overthinking and overanalyzing. But the Ace of Cups is in this reading, which means it's coming. The shift is coming. The breakthrough is coming. I want you to understand something really important here. The Ace of Cups appearing after all these challenging cards is significant. It's like Spirit is saying, yes, this has been confusing. Yes, this person has been hot and cold. Yes, they've hurt you with their silence. But don't give up on this yet, because there's still something here worth waiting for. Now, I'm not saying you should sit around pining for this person. I'm not saying you should put your life on hold. What I'm saying is that the energy between you is still active, still alive, still moving toward resolution. And here's something else the Ace of Cups is showing me. Some of you are going to have a conversation with this person that finally brings clarity. It's like all the unsaid words, all the confusion, all the mixed signals are going to culminate in a moment of emotional honesty. The Ace of Cups is pure, it's truth. It's the heart speaking without the filters of fear or ego. When this person comes back, and they will come back, they're going to be more honest than they've been before. They're going to reveal what's really been going on with them. They're going to explain their silence. They're going to acknowledge what they felt and what scared them. I'm also seeing that this Ace of Cups energy is asking you to keep your own heart open. I know that's hard when someone has gone cold on you. I know your instinct might be to protect yourself, to build walls, to match their energy with your own distance. And listen, if that's what you need to do for your own healing and sanity, then do it. But the Ace of Cups is suggesting that if you can remain open, if you can stay in your Queen of Cups energy, if you can trust your intuition and trust the connection, you'll be in a position to receive what's coming. What I'm seeing so clearly is that you and this person have unfinished business. The cards are literally screaming unfinished business. The Two of Cups showed you the genuine connection. The Eight of Swords showed you their fear. The Queen of Cups showed you the psychic bond that never broke. The King of Swords reverse showed you their struggle with communication and vulnerability. And the Ace of Cups is showing you the potential for a new beginning, for emotional honesty, for this connection to evolve into something more stable and real. But I also want to be honest with you about something. The Ace of Cups is an offering, it's a possibility, but it requires both people to be willing to be vulnerable, to be open, to take the risk. Your person is going to have to work through that Eight of Swords energy. They're going to have to remove their own blindfold. They're going to have to step out of their mental prison, and you can't do that work for them. You can't force them to be ready. You can't convince them to be brave. That's their journey. What you can do is honor your own feelings, trust your own intuition, and make decisions that serve your highest good. The Queen of Cups energy that you have, that intuitive knowing, that emotional intelligence, use that for yourself. If this person comes back and they're still playing games, still being hot and cold, still giving you breadcrumbs instead of real commitment, you'll know. Your Queen of Cups energy will tell you, and you'll be able to make an empowered decision about whether this is something you want to continue investing in. Because here's the thing, and I'm getting this message so strongly from Spirit right now, you deserve someone who isn't afraid of what they feel for you. You deserve someone who doesn't go silent when things get real. You deserve someone who matches your emotional maturity and your willingness to be vulnerable. The Two of Cups is meant to be equal, balanced, reciprocal, both people showing up, both people being honest, both people taking the risk. And right now, this person hasn't been holding up their end of that energy. So yes, they're coming back. Yes, the Ace of Cups is showing a new emotional beginning. Yes, the connection is still alive, but you get to decide what you do with that information. You get to decide what your boundaries are. You get to decide what you're willing to accept and what you're not. The cards are showing you the energy, the potential, the trajectory, but you have free will. You have choice. You have power. And I'm also hearing from Spirit that some of you need to release any energy of waiting, like actively release it, because waiting puts you in a passive position. Waiting makes them the decider of your happiness. Waiting gives them all the power. Instead, live your life, pursue your goals, spend time with people who make you feel valued, do things that bring you joy. Stay in your Queen of Cups energy by honoring your own emotions and your own needs. And if this person comes back with genuine intentions, with real vulnerability, with the emotional maturity to handle what you shared, you'll be in a strong place to receive that. And if they don't, you'll already be building something beautiful for yourself. The final message I'm getting from these cards is about divine timing. The Ace of Cups doesn't appear until after the lessons of the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords reversed have been learned. This person needs to go through their process. They need to face their fears. They need to work through whatever is blocking them from showing up fully, and that takes time. So trust the timing. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. Trust that your connection to this person, that Queen of Cups bond, is holding the space for what's meant to happen. So those are your messages today, beautiful souls. Oh my goodness, I hope this reading brought you some clarity and some comfort, because I know how confusing it is when someone goes silent, but you can still feel them so strongly. Spirit wants you to know that what you're feeling is real, that connection is real, that psychic bond is real. And this person hasn't let go, even though their actions might suggest otherwise. They're on their own journey right now, working through their own fears and limitations, but the story between you isn't finished yet. I want you to remember that you are so worthy of a love that shows up consistently, that communicates openly, that isn't afraid of depth and connection. You are worthy of someone who sees that Two of Cups energy and runs toward it instead of away from it. So while this person is figuring themselves out, you focus on you. You focus on your own healing, your own growth, your own happiness. Trust your Queen of Cups intuition, because it will never lead you astray. It will always tell you the truth about what's really happening beneath the surface. If this reading resonated with you, I'm sending you so much love and light on your journey. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust yourself. Remember that you are divinely guided and protected, and whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. This is Blue from Twin Soul Collective Guidance, and I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, take care of your beautiful heart. The tarot cards that came through in today's reading were the Two of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Cups.